Hi, this is Don Williams. It's a little difficult showing all the possibilities of Golden Thread with just screenshots. So we're going to go through a movie I'm generating now, which gives a little bit more of a dynamic view of how it can run. So we've shown in the previous slides how you can look at individual panels on the software. So what I'm going to do now is show you a little bit of a deviation from what you might commonly use. So we're going to use this Fadgy target, but we're going to run it in an automatic mode, and we're going to select two images that you can use and automatically generate the results without having to do them one at a time. So I'll show you here. Select image. So what you do here is you will click one and shift click the other. Now you can have as many of these as you want. People have used up to 100 and 200 images, and they will run automatically. So you'll get the hang of it next. So you select those images and it will start running. Here's the first image. It's going to place the regions of interest. It's processing and analyzing, but it's not presenting it. Next. Brings in the next one. And then it will show the results, the summary results. Just to show you some items that you may not be aware of, it has detected the QR code and the associated data for that particular target, and the defaults placed in the settings is an Adobe RGB, or if it's embedded already, it will use the one that's embedded. So here's the results. These are the results for the second one we chose, and if you want to see what it was for the first one, you just click and those will come up too. And all that data is saved. By the way, if you're not interested in seeing the whole selection of 1, 2, 3, 4 and fail stars, you can say, well, I just want to know if I meet Fadgy 3 star. So you can click that and it'll show pass fail for Fadgy 3 star. You can click on this one, Fadgy 2 star. But if you unclick it, it'll show all of them. Of course, now we use colorimetric as our working space. Same here. We'll just go back to the second one. Pretty much the same. One thing I did want to show you before we continue is if you go back to the image, there's some features in here that most of you may not be aware of. Because you scan at fairly high resolution, 400 dpi, dust, scratches, blemishes can change the results. So we try to filter those out with an outlier algorithm. You can look at these in terms of RGB levels, RGB planes. So what I'm going to do is show you how that works. I'm going to shift click. Oh, wrong way. And you can see, as you zoom in, that these are the pixels that have been excluded from the measurements. If I click on unclick show outliers, it's not really obvious here, but those are the pixels that are being eliminated from the calculations. We do that for not only the grayscale shown here, but also for all of the color patches. Let's see if it'll be a little bit more obvious in this one. Yes, you might be able to see here that there are some blemishes and dust there, but those are being eliminated from the calculations. And if you'd like, you can see how the individual planes are selected. There's the red, the green. So there are no green detection problems, but the blues, and particularly the reds. Not certain why, but those are eliminated from the measurements. Let's go back to the summary panel and notice that, well, we're not quite where we want to be with the FADGI results for 4-star. Let's look at this tone scale in particular, because really that's the most important. And you can say, okay, there's the curve. The good thing about this, okay, here we go. Light, dark. These are the light patches on the target. These are the dark ones. And here's the count levels associated with them. That looks pretty good. Look, the red, green, and blue, the tone scale, the white balance is doing very well. But the aim is not quite where it should be relative to the aim, which is a gamma 2.2 for the Adobe RGB color space. That's easily corrected. Now you can go in and twiddle the calibration. And this, by the way, this is what Golden Convert does in a batch.